by Kyle Anslone. He's my buddy. He writes for antiwar.com, the Libertarian Institute. He also hosts the Kyle Anslone Show. So please go check that out, subscribe, all of those things. But this, again, this is really depressing. I apologize, but this is some relatively breaking news. Study reveals more than 680,000 Palestinians dead or missing in Gaza, Palestine, from September 2025. While the Gaza Health Ministry only counts verified bodies, their capacity has collapsed after 3 years of relentless bombing and genocide, which I think all of us are unsurprised by. So here is this first video.
This is the number of days of absolute horror that the people in Gaza have endured. 65,000 is the number of Palestinians ascertained killed, including of which 75% are women and children. In fact, we shall start thinking of 680,000 because this is the number.
Start thinking, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, yo, lady, what? He's like, hold on. You want us to start thinking of 680,000 dead? First off, that's a huge jump from, 65 to 70,000. And that's terrible. But 680,000, oh my God, if that was confirmed, there is no denying a genocide at that point. And if you try to, we're just going to look at you like you're crazy. But yeah, that's in all actuality, it's really hard to believe that because, like I said, remember, guys, it's supposed to be coming from a study and all this good stuff. And even she said, like, there really is no way of verifying this until Israel pretty much start letting investigators in and start letting journalists in. And honestly, this might have been a strategic move by the UN to get inside Israel. And let me explain to you the strategic move. Bro, give the most outlandish number that just makes them look like complete monsters, as if 70,000 didn't make them look like monsters enough. But yeah, 68,000 makes them look terrible, if that's even a word. But yeah, if they can go ahead and put out that number, maybe they can pressure Israel to start letting in private investigators, independent journalists. Like maybe we can start getting that going if we, inflate the number big enough to get these guys going. Like, holy shit, guys, they think we killed over 500,000 people. So maybe we let them in and say, see, we only killed 200,000. You'll be like, see, it's not even that bad. They might, admit to some wild stuff. Because I can only imagine how, we actually go in there. It ain't 680,000, maybe it's 280,000. They're going like, see the lies. It ain't that bad. We only killed over 200,000. We'll see how that plays out.
That some scholars and scientists claim being the real death toll in Gaza, and it would be hard to be able to prove or disprove this number, especially if investigators and others remained banned from entering the occupied Palestinian territory, and particularly the Gaza Strip. But if this number is confirmed, 380,000 of these are infants under 5.
That's staggering, dude. Like, I can't even listen to.
Hold on, bro. It's like 380,000 infants possibly killed. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you have no choice but to open up and let us in. At this point, look, it's either everybody sits there and takes the 680,000 that the UN came up with, or you let people in and actually investigate, because this is asinine. I'm be real with you. I honestly don't believe it. But I mean, they're not letting nobody in. They're not letting nobody disprove it. So it is what it is. And here's the thing, guys, they're still digging up bodies. So even the Gaza Health Ministry is giving anywhere from 65 to 100 to 185,000. So I can see where, experts are jumping to, actually might be 680. And I'm like, guys, you got to remember, Palestine was only 2 million people. So taking out over 500,000 is insane.
It's, just in my head, I can't help but imagine it and visualize it in my head, which I wish I didn't have the capacity to do. But that is a staggering number. And here's another video also from that same tweet.
An academic study that was released with Western and I believe even Israeli academics involved in the compilation of data saying dead or missing 680,000 Palestinians.
Hey, yo. Don't say that. Don't say, I'm going to be real with you. Even the Israelis is kind of agreeing. From what I read, all I got was 2 Australian scientists. They're basically saying, well, there's also some Israeli scientists also threw their number in as well. And it's crazy because people in Israel also considers what they're doing in genocide. Or, I mean, well, yeah, what they're doing in Gaza genocide. Like, I hope y'all understand that as well. But like I said, I'm hoping to God this ain't true, because ain't no way. It's like, ain't like, I keep saying in my mind, ain't no way, but shit, bro, it's definitely possible with these guys.
Palestinians. And Francesca Albanese has also cited this as well. At what point are the numbers too high for the American political Congress, the Senate, the mainstream in America? What is it?
It was too high once it got past 50,000 for me. I was just like, all right. I understand October 7th was terrible and F Hamas. Trust me, I get it. But 1,200, like, what was it? 12 to 1,500 Israelis died that day. And what was it? At least a good amount of them were combatants, were part of the IDF. Yeah, taking out 70,000, 50,000, 70,000 Palestinians, and most of them were women and children. Most of them were civilians. I'm sorry, but that's not a proportional response. And yes, proportionality does matter. I mean, there's a lot of people who says, oh, who gives a fuck about proportionality in war? Humanitarian rights law, the just war theory. But let's just stick on, I don't know, international humanitarian rights. Like, let's talk about international humanitarian law. Let's talk about that. That's who cares about proportionality.
Need to be officially 1 million? Is that not enough? I was asking this question right after October 7th. What's the magic number when we all say stop? What do we get instead? We get U.S. officials saying, oh, those death counts are fake. Oh, it's the Hamas Gaza Ministry of Health. It's the Hamas Department of this, the Hamas that. Just by labeling everything Hamas, they don't have administrative infrastructure anymore in order to count the amount of people who have been killed, categorize them, much less the search and rescue and first responder capability to dig them out of the rubble. We're talking about, maybe over hundreds of thousands of children or under the age of 5. That's in the new report. I mean, this is a real emergency for humanity. They're so blasé in Washington about it.
It's horrifying. Like, it's horrifying. And